Hey guys, what's up? It's the Merc here from Poolshed Games, and tonight is going to be a sit and talk development style video. Normally I would do these with beer, but I don't really have any beer that I want to drink tonight. So in the big mug of adult beverage, I simply have iced tea. It's nothing more exciting than that. It's just iced tea. First of all, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to everybody watching the video. I want to say thank you to everybody that stopped by the channel. I want to say thank you to everybody that supported me in doing this over the 3 years that I started. Because we finally hit the 100 subscriber mark here on YouTube. And to me, that's mind-blowing. I had hoped when I first started doing this that we would get to a point where I'd have a decent-sized audience. But to have 100 people that stop by the channel, see what videos come out, see what we're doing, is really awesome. And I really appreciate it, and I thank you guys for that. This does mean that over the next week or two, I'll be painting up some models. I have a Renegade Space Marine Command Squad, and what I mean by that is it's a combination of the regular Space Marine Command Squad box and the Chaos Space Marine box. And I mashed them all together and I made like kind of a Renegade Command Squad. Because at one point I planned on doing a Renegade Space Marine Army back when I was playing 40k. That idea has fallen by the wayside. But they're nice looking models. I think they're pretty cool. I'm going to get a coat of paint on them. And then I'm going to run a little contest to give them away. Hopefully to a good home, somebody that needs some command models for their Space Marine or Chaos Space Marine Army. So that'll be coming up here in a week or so. All depends on if the humidity continues to be just monstrous as it has been the past 2 days. Because if it is, it'll hold off on me being able to undercoat and spray paint models. Now, moving on from that, again, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to continuing to grow as a community. Because we can only go forward from here, right? Good. This summer, I have put a crack team of role-playing enthusiasts and aficionados together. By that I mean I've rounded up some of my friends that really enjoy rolling dice and had nothing better to do over the summer. And we will be playing D20 Modern and D20 Future, which, if you guys aren't familiar with the book, that is what D20 Modern looks like. This was a product put out by Wizards of the Coast. It's basically just D&D modern style. It's a system I really like. It needs some tweaks to make it work 100% the way you want it to, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. So the group will be me and 3 friends. I don't know if there'll be more. The Lich Lord might join us. I don't know. And I'm going to be doing kind of a sci-fi horror game. I was just going to do a modern horror, but I talked to my one friend who's going to be in this, and he hasn't been able to roleplay in quite a long time. And he said that sci-fi kind of seems to be a little bit more free in what you can do. And he also knows me, and he knows that when it comes right down to it, the thing I prefer to run the most is a science fiction game. And he said, hey man, stick to your strengths. And I said, that's a brilliant idea, so that's what we're going to go with. So there'll be 3 players. I'll be DMing. I'm going to see if the players mind being recorded. If they don't, I'll record some of our sessions. It'll probably be, I'm thinking about calling it Tales from the Poolshed. And like a play on Tales of the Crypt, because it's going to be horror. And I'll put them up here for you guys to watch, just so you can kind of see the shenanigans that happen when me and a bunch of my friends get together and try to play a role-playing game. So that'll be something to look forward to. As the summer progresses, I have talked to Dom, my friend from Dragon Strike Studios. I think if we get some free time, we're going to try to do some battle reports. They'll either be Dystopian Wars or War Machine and Hordes. Maybe Infinity. We both like that game. We don't get a lot of chances to play it. because I want to bring you guys more battle reports. I think a lot of people enjoyed that when we did it. I think that Dystopian Wars is a game that really deserves to have more battle reports out there and done for it. Other games we might be doing battle reports for, Planetfall and Firestorm Armada. Again, 2 games that I kind of feel that there should be more coverage of out there, especially when it comes to the tabletop format, showing how the game actually plays. That, and I just think that'd be fun to do battle reports for them. So that's some other things to look forward to. I know that I've talked about it before, and I mentioned that the Lich Lord and I think I mentioned this. The Lich Lord and I played a game of 40k 2 weeks ago now. This small game, 1,250 points, and it was mostly me caving to him saying, dude, I want to play some 40k. And I said, alright, I got this box of Grey Knights that have been sitting here since 4th edition, when the Demon Hunter Codex came out. And I said, we can give it a shot. So we played, and all in all, it was relatively fun. I mean, there were a few moments where I'm sitting there and I was like, man, I kind of wish I was playing Dystopian Wars instead of this. But there were other moments where I'm like, man, this is really fun. So, I think nostalgia played a little bit of a part there. Because 40k, actually Warhammer Fantasy was the game that got me into tabletop miniatures playing. And 40k came right on the heels of that. So there's a lot of good memories from that. Does this mean I'm going to jump in and get a new 40k army? Probably not, because my gaming budget is extremely tight, and I'd rather be spending it on other things. But, I mean, down the line somewhere, maybe if, after I'm done with college, I'm going to be looking to probably moving to a new location, which will mean there are certain guaranteed things that'll get you games. Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder, really role-playing of any kind, you're kind of guaranteed to get something if you try, because they're easy. Games Workshop games generally tend to be played wherever you go. And that might lead to me deciding to build a new 40k army, just because if I move somewhere else and I want to get tabletop gaming in, I might have to. Granted, I will have 2 fully painted Dystopian Wars armies, if not more by then, and I'll have 2 fully painted Planetfall armies, so I'll be able to demo the games and show them, so there'll be that I can do as well. But sometimes when you're coming into a new group, or you're going into a new area, you kind of have to play what is played. And that's something that I'm going to worry about later on down the road. I'm actually done with school and looking into where I'm going to move to. But until then, 40k is way back on the prep table waiting to hit the back burner, I guess you could say. Aside from all that, really the projects I'm going to have going this summer is painting my Dystopian Wars. I want to finish my Russians, because since I bought the support box with the Katunga, the Tixies, and the Nikhail heavy frigates, I have a battleship, 3 cruisers, and 4 frigates that need to be painted in the colors of my fleet. I want to finish painting my Covenant of Antarctica, and I want to finish painting my FSA. Finishing the FSA is going to be a bit bittersweet for me, because once I get the fleet painted, I'm going to have to decide if I want to keep it or not. I've played it 4 or 5 times now in 2.0. I find myself passing it up for the other 2 fleets I have, which are the Russian Coalition and the Covenant of Antarctica, just because I personally don't have as much fun playing FSA as I used to. And there's other fleets out there that I'd like to try, and I don't really want to get more than 3 fleets at a time. So if I get rid of the FSA, I think I'm either going to pick up Italians or the Chinese. So I also have all the Dystopian Wars to paint. I mean, not Dystopian Wars. Planetfall. I have the Firestorm Armada Planetfall that I want to paint. I have my Firestorm Armada stuff that I want to paint. I have to finish my Convergence. And I want to try getting my Caldor painted. So there's a bunch of painting projects over the summer that I'm going to be working on as well. I guess a mini Wargamers painting table is never really done. I've had friends say that you as a miniatures player, as a hobbyist, you'll never finish painting all your minis, and the day you paint all your minis, you die. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's kind of funny, and it seems like as you progress in the hobby, you always end up with more stuff that needs painted. Because there's always a new game that comes out, or new models for an army you already own, or a new faction in a game that you want to play, and you're like, yep, I'm buy it. And then you're like, I got a bunch more plastic that I got to paint. Okay. So that's going to do it here for me at Poolshed Games. I just wanted to, again, say thank you guys for getting me to 100 subscribers. I think that's awesome. I'm going to try to keep putting out decent quality content for you guys to enjoy. I'm going to try to get you more battle reports, painting videos, and, I just want to grow the community. And that's going to do it for me here. I will see you next time at Poolshed Games.